twos and threes for normal.
It's your boy.
And Eric on the sidelines.
On the fours and fives.
Chilling.
Yeah, I don't know what he's on. He's only here
We
because
don't know what
people
he's on
asked for
either.
it. So today's the primer for the Tribal League. The phone is the tripod's missing, so
R.I.P. and peace.
we're using the tablet. So the audio is going to be the visual's probably going to be
But here we are.
No, we're here. We're going to make it happen. We're going to go over some things, Tribal League tidbits, the bingo, all of it, right, Brandon?
Yeah.
The whole
Sponsored by Pure Leaf Lemon Tea tonight.
No, tonight we got brisk. Oh, why?
No, we don't. There's
Like
not
I
any in the kitchen.
Like I said, you can't be repping
Oh,
them
there it
colors,
is.
bro.
There it is.
No, don't you worry.
He's good. Chris has got a can. He gave him one up close.
Oh, we opened a crate for this.
Oh, he opened a whole
There we
12
go.
pack.
We ordered it
Set it
specifically. For the meme, we bought it.
There you go.
Holy moly.
There it is,
Well,
buddy.
there
These
it
are
is.
both Pepsi products, right?
Yeah.
So we're good.
Pseudo brisk.
Sponsored by Pepsi products.
Pseudo brisk.
PepsiCo.
Yeah.
We're actually going to be sponsored by Crossover Games tonight.
Yeah.
And we're going to have about a dozen new RC cars. I'm more excited about that than this Commander League. And this Commander League is now going to have 32 players. And I'm still more excited about all these RC cars I'm about to fill my store in. And I'm equally excited to throw all the D&D stuff in the garbage that it's cutting into. Yeah, so watch out for that. So that display when you first come up the stairs, it's currently covered with Magic Commander decks and Magic products. So that's all going away. That's going to be RC cars right there. And the Magic Commander decks and stuff are going to go to like where I come out from behind the counter.
He's good.
We're going to shelve some more of that and take down some of the D&D stuff and put the Commander stuff there. And then we're going to take down even more D&D stuff and put more RC cars over there. So RC cars coming in about $2,000 worth of RC cars. Hopefully next week or the week after.
Mike's asking gas or electric RC.
Oh, it's all electric RC cars. This whole thing is going to be an advertisement for RC cars. So if you have a question about Commander, throw it in and then get the hell out of here if you don't like RC cars.
Yep.
Yeah. We're going to start off with mostly RC cars about $400 or below. I think they started around $89. They go like 20 to 80 miles an hour depending on which one you buy, how much you want to pony up, and they can be whatever. But anyway, enough about the cars and the changes. But if you're looking for Commander decks and the stuff that's currently on that rack, including the carrying cases that are on the back side of it, those are all going to get shifted over to where all those D&D minis are hanging. We're going to cut the D&Ds almost in half, maybe even less than that. They are currently buy one, get one if you're a D&D player and you want to come steal some off the shelf so we don't have to throw more away. But anyway, on to Magic.
Yeah.
We're up to 32 players for this bad boy. I am not playing just because of 32 players, honestly. 32 players is going to put 12 in my storefront. It's going to keep 12 in the back room on the right. Yeah, it's 12 back there. And then still 8 in the middle room. That's how we're going to coordinate it. I find that even with 28 players, I have a lot of different people that can run the counter, but I am the best at it because I'm there every day. So it's just going to be easier for me not to play and to run the register. And Brandon will be the only other person allowed behind the counter if I'm there, and that'll be to run the league. If I'm not there, I'll delegate either Evan, Josh, Dylan, Tori. There's a plethora of people. Cousin Tyler, there's a plethora of people that'll be there that can run the counter. But I am going to be there almost, unless an emergency occurs, I'm going to be there at least till the normal 7 o'clock. So after that, it'll probably be, again, most likely it'll be Cousin Tyler if he can walk. If not, then I'll use Josh, Evan, even Brandon. Brandon's starting to learn, and maybe that would even be easier, just one man doing the whole thing. But that's a lot. That's why I delegated the commander part to him. So we'd probably get an Evan, a Josh, a Dylan. I'm sure I'm missing somebody. Even Gary knows how to run the counter.
Courtney, whoever she is.
Who?
I don't know, Courtney.
Courtney might be there. Even if you don't buy anything, it's a pleasure to look at, I guess. So anyway, now we're moving. Well, not so much for you, I guess, but for me, I like looking at Courtney.
Michelle's gonna watch this and be like, "Who the fuck is Courtney?"
Yeah, absolutely. She's gonna start going through my friends list. Who is this Courtney? I probably am friends with the Courtney too, so I probably should look.
There's a Courtney too.
See, I got 2 of them. All right, what do you want to start with first, Brandon? How's the audio? Because again, we're on the tablet. The tablet is no joke, like 4 feet from us. So, I got 2 of them. All right, what do you want to start with first? All right, Brandon says the audio is good if you turn it up to full volume.
Sounds like it's fine to me.
Yeah. All right.
I was about to walk away.
Good sound, sounds good.
Pick quality is good.
Not terrible.
Not terrible. That's good.
That's what we strive for.
Chris, come here. I want to show him your terrible shirt.
Oh, your
No?
No.
We'll take a picture of it and throw it up.
No, that's fine.
your ugly
Okay,
Christmas
Christmas
sweater. Ugly Christmas.
It is
shirt?
ugly Christmas
it's-
sweater.
Mine's Monster Hunter. It's upstairs.
It's
but-
checking
Kingdom-
all the
Kingdom Hearts.
requirements.
Um,
All right, here we go. First thing, you want to talk it all? Or you want me to just do it all?
no, I don't care.
All right.
I'm just sort of following your vibe.
All right.
Um,
First thing up, Master of Cruelties is banned. No more discussion about it. We had a vote for it today. Toast.
Rip in peace.
We also discussed. Somebody brought up an artifact from a newer set. Pay some mana,
There's a
sack it or
Skylax
exile
something
it.
like that. There's a
Carnes.
Karn's Silex,
That's
yeah.
Silex. I'm like,
It,
fuck.
so we've currently banned mass destruction, and I guess by definition of mass land destruction, this does fit the criteria, but it only destroys lands above and beyond 6. So even if somebody blows up all the land, which is a mass land destruction spell, everybody will still be left with 6. So I don't consider it necessary to ban. We voted on that. It was, again, majority won that vote. So that card's going to be legal for now. We may readdress it. What else you got, Brandon?
Just to reiterate on the attendance changes, you get attendance points based on the matches that you play. So we're gonna use Steph as our example because she wasn't here last league for about
2 weeks.
2 weeks worth. She'd have with the new system that we put in, she would miss the 3 points from each week. So it would have been 6 points missed, but she'd still claim points from her sub. This also, it just basically gives people the chance to earn more points without getting entirely penalized for unexpected stuff happens or even vacations that, they've been trying to plan around. It also ties into that league now starts officially at 5:15, all pods launch.
Hold on. It starts at 5, but if you're running late, you've got till 5:15 to be there to not get bounced from the first round.
Yep.
Essentially,
Pods start with or without.
all
People.
players at 5:15 at the very latest. We still want to start at 5, so make accommodations to try and be there for 4:30, 4:45. Just to touch back on, I forgot one of the things you mentioned.
Attendance just being.
Never mind. Carry on.
It was just basic.
I don't remember what it was I was going to say.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah.
If you do get bounced from your round, it is a -1 on your attendance because you didn't play the round, and you do take 0 for that round.
It's
So-
0 for the round, and you don't get the attendance points. It's not -1 per se. I know
Yeah.
what he's trying to say, but just to clean that up, you just get no attendance points, and you don't even get the 1 point for finishing last. You just get, it's a straight 0. It's a goose egg. And the attendance is 1 per pod, right? Instead of it just being a flat 3, it's 1 point for each pod you play in that week, and
Yep.
every week for that matter. So it hurts the guys that need coverage a little bit, but in the end. Another thing I'll touch base on, I haven't messaged Dylan Fleury and Blade, so if you're watching, cool. If you're not, I am going to message you, or anybody else who ends up getting into a situation where they need a full-time sub in future leagues. You have to pay the league up front in full, no matter what the situation is. So for this league, it's $50. So Dylan Fleury and Blade, you got to pay that at week 1, no exceptions. And the only reason I'm doing that is I don't want to chase you guys around when you do finally get there and try and remember that I get there $7.
Yeah.
It's not, again, to give you even more of a hindrance. I think Dylan Fleury pays it anyway, so it's going to be a non-issue for him. But it's just easier.
Yeah.
Like, you're paid in full. We know. That's it. There is no discount this league. It's 15 and then 7 times 6, or it's 15 the first week and then 7 times 5 is 35. It comes out to just a flat 50. If you want to pay it all up front, you can. If not, it's 15 week 1, 7 the next 5 weeks. It's only 6 weeks long. But that's that. That's some store cleaning up to do. So
Yep.
we got that out of the way.
And that answers Anthony's question because he had literally just asked how much was league. Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
So it was good timing.
So if you see Blade hop in here, just let me know.
Yeah.
Because I won't message him. If you,
15 in at the moment.
yeah, I just posted in the chat that we were live and that they
Most
should come in.
popular commander.
So before we get to anything in the chat, covered attendance, the conceding. Go ahead and run down. The conceding, there is now a definitive rule for it. Brandon will run it down.
Alrighty, so conceding in any matches, conceding is going to be a -1 without agreement from a full pot of 4. If it's 3 or less, there is no penalty unless it's done.
Maliciously. And I
Yeah.
mean, it's got to be malicious.
Which will be decided case by case.
By just strictly Brandon and I. No committee, no nothing. Just Brandon and I will make that determination when it happens, as it happens. If we don't get told, we don't know. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to do anything about it. If you text Brandon or I in a little group chat later on, or send me an email 3 weeks later, when bad shit happens at my tables, tell us.
Yep.
Right away.
Yep.
Don't worry about the embarrassment. Don't worry about any of that. I am the judge. Like, if bad things are happening, you're paying money. You should get the full treatment, like I get when I come here after the cameras go off, like the full Monty, right, Eric?
Sponsored by Crossover Games.
Yeah, right. So, like, if you don't think something's happening correctly, or you feel like you're being wronged, like, bring it up. Like, and I'm not playing, so that's going to be another. It make it easier to do so with me for sure, because I know a lot of people get irritated. Adam's playing his game, and he takes that seriously, so I don't want to bother him, and I do respect that, even though it's annoying. I'm not playing. I don't plan to sub unless it's like, crazy. Like Blade and Dylan have their subs. If their subs no show, I'm not going to stand in and play those sub spots for them. I want to be available to the giant amount of players we're going to have this time. So definitely, if you feel like you're getting wronged, like even if you want to just text us while it's happening at the store, so it's not like a big to-do, you can even do that, and we can just come in and look at the game, and maybe then you're not even on the spot because we just randomly went in and saw something going on.
Yeah, this is just trying to eliminate the everyone's left, everyone's home, in bed hanging out for the night type thing, and now we have to go figure out something.
At 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a lot of fun.
So just to go back and touch up on it, so if the four of us are playing in a pod, I've had a no-land hand. For some reason, I really took it, and I want it out of the pod. The thing that we're going with is, I could concede at any speed so long as these three guys would be fine with it.
Correct.
Now, in the instance of someone having some sort of benefit from swinging on me, having no lands hands, Eric, I'm going to pick on you, could say, no, I don't want you. I know I don't want you to scoop out. And at that point, that would stop you from conceding.
Yep,
Thing.
and if you do, it's just a -1 penalty.
Yep.
So you'd get fourth, -1, you'd get 0 points for the pod. Once somebody's eliminated, then we're down to 3 players. You no longer need permission, per se, to quit. If you want to quit, quit. If, it's super malicious, then we'll evaluate whether you'll get a -1 for it. But if you're just quitting, you don't need permission at that point. We're going to just allow it. And no penalty.
We
You
also
get third place and carry on.
Yeah, we also want to make sure that we're watching for this is supposed to be to make it kind of equal in each terms of conceding. So someone being a cheese bag and being like, nope, you can't because I'm trying to get you the -1. That's also stuff that we're going to be focusing on in addition to everything.
This is just sportsmanship.
Yeah.
We're going to try and walk the fine line of things that are done in poor sportsmanship and things that are done just as I got you.
One of the most way is to do it on your own turn. Sorcery speed it. Just as an example to people.
If someone no land hand, that's where I would do it.
Yeah, there's no rules that specify when you have to do it.
No,
but as a gentleman,
yeah,
you can. I would just concede, any time really, and that's why I don't really want to limit this rule too much. Mm-hmm. I'd rather just take it on a case by case instance, because we've only had it come up less than a handful of times over the 3 leagues.
I'd say, this last league we had the most with it, but then again, there were good ones, bad ones, so...
Yeah, we're just going to walk the fine line of that.
Also factor in, we're going to have more problems because we have a lot more people.
Well, we have 4 more people this time.
Well, no,
but we're moving in...
From the beginning, I'm saying, we've doubled.
Oh, yeah, from our first league. I see what you're saying, yeah.
So more things will come up.
We've certainly doubled.
Yeah, and we're adding in... one of our subs is new to in-store play, not new to the game, and then we're bringing in 3 other players who are new to Magic in-store play, but I don't think they're all new to Magic, and then we're bringing Noah in, cousin Noah, let me correct myself. Yeah, he's fairly new, and then we're still bringing in all the guys that have been in the league or the previous couple of leagues that are also still new-ish.
Like Eric.
Yeah.
Like Eric, Mike.
I said I have to pick on you,
Eric,
so now it's just
Mike,
Zach.
Steph.
Yeah, no.
So, sportsmanship. Just be decent, but I also understand, and I compare this with Brandon, like, I feel like getting killed in 5 minutes is just as bad as being stuck in a pod that you want to concede from.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't think there should be a negative. Just always just be like, oh, you quit, boom, negative.
No, yeah.
I think there's got to be some wiggle room there
For certain. And this is like, you know, we're working it. So if this isn't what works, then we quickly address it. Like,
yeah, move on. We'll get it. There's 9 of us in the committee, so I mean, okay, there's 8 of us in Shane, so we got 8 solid brains going at it. So we'll continue to work like everything else we do. We'll just continue to grind. Next thing on the docket is the bingo. That's going to happen week 3 or 4. It's not going to happen week 5 or 6.
It is locked at 1 point per row.
Yeah, it's just going to be 1 point per bingo. Again, I'm not playing, so I'm going to monitor this. This to me is one of the best ideas we've had that made me the most miserable. Right? This was a great idea. It was well done by Eric, Tyler, and everybody else who had something involved in it. And then we had players who could not just have fun with it. We had to do what we had to do. So we're gonna fix that. It's been addressed 6 ways to Sunday. So we're gonna fix that. So we want your ideas on bingo. I haven't been following the chat. I won't tonight.
You're good.
I got it right.
But these guys have got the chat. So all the questions that you've said since we've started, we'll catch up on. But for right now,
I think a good number of them are fine to just stay.
Most of the ones that we've used for bingo are going to stay.
Right.
But we're going to try and make almost everything on the bingo card doable by just about every deck.
Right.
And like we'll have some tribal themed ones too, right? Shouldn't we have one that says if you have 5 or more of your tribal creatures in play, that's a square, right?
Or even non-tribal creatures would be a good one.
I don't mean
Like,
to interrupt.
5 non-tribal
I don't mean to
creatures.
interrupt, but no, we don't have enough spaces.
It's only a 25 spot card.
Yep.
He wants
Free
he
extra
wants to
space
stamp
every
one
time on live
we-
stream.
Yeah, every time we start late.
Every time we...
Straight up just don't have enough spaces for that.
Yeah, we don't. I don't know that we've ever been on time. It actually moved
I
this
feel like
one
we
up.
have one time.
I moved this one up from 8:15 to 8 because I knew I was going to leave the store at 6 today at the latest. And yeah, the missus made some really good pork chops.
Nice.
So I didn't want to wait till later on
Sounds
tonight
like the
to
stream
eat
must
them.
have closed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Water pork chops.
Yeah, no, she made 4, and I had to eat 2 of them. So there's certainly not 2 left, but she's a
Think about it
terrific
for next
cook.
time. It's not
Yeah,
punished this time.
Yeah,
Look
and
into
she's
it.
a terrific cook, and I don't know, I don't like pork chops rewarmed.
Hi, Gary. All right.
Next time
You got 17 people in there, and you call out Gary.
He just said it. Good
You
evening,
just said
guys.
good evening.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm saying. All right, so bingo spots. Hit us in the chat. Hit us in our group chat on the whatchamadoodle.
Just don't hit us in the face.
Give us all your ideas on squares, especially those who played, who got to see all the spots we had. It's ones that you definitely like. The there's definitely some going. The adventure in the dungeon, gone. I tried to do this with Tyler when he first brought them to me, but I didn't see the post until like 6 hours after he sent it. And it was too late for him to redo the cards, but he's going to be a decent human this time, and we're going to go back and redo them.
I think that dungeon isn't really a deck that people are going to be gunning for in Tribal League, so it's good to go. But I like having that this is obscure, so it stops the whole 5x5 getting the max 12.
I like obscure as far as if you control an artifact, an enchantment, a planeswalker, a land, a creature. That to me is obscure because it's feasible by just playing Magic cards.
Yeah.
Right? Adventuring into the dungeon,
I feel like that's
one
just
set only
super
or a couple of
specific.
sets, right? Where people can say, well, I didn't put a planeswalker in my deck. But you certainly could have because it's been printed in a billion sets. Where walk into the dungeon crap, that's limited to it's actually limited to a very bad set. So
Gary says, I didn't like the fact guys were farming bingos.
no kidding. That's a lot of people.
That's
A lot of people. Farming
That's been
bingo
very much
is a
talked
problem. I don't think it's done. I bet
No.
you I have at least one more issue with it. Hopefully it's not any of the people that previously did. Because they're not even on a leash. They're on a one-link piece of chain. The farming of the bingos was... Like I said, it was the one thing that, in all my time doing Commander at the store, this is the one thing that had me the hottest.
I can see why, because like at the same time that we have the issue with scooping, like sportsmanship, right? The same kind of thing is there. You know?
I don't think
That's
they're
also-
similar, though.
Oh,
because you can
not
use
entirely right,
scooping
yeah.
as a game action to
Absolutely.
deter a player.
Right.
Right. The player who. So I'm always going to go back to the kitten thing.
Right.
Like kitten stealing, he can steal anybody's permanents, right?
Right.
But if he just singled out me all game and stole 7 of my permanents.
Right.
Well, it's combat damage. So yeah, if you're the most open.
Right.
Yeah.
And if that's what he has to do or chooses to do,
Yeah.
sorry, bro, this game's going shit for me.
Yeah.
I'm out.
No,
and
that's
maybe
fair.
you're coming with me.
Right.
Whereas the farming of bingos,
I can see where
like that's
that's
just
also
an-
an issue of
That's
sportsmanship.
brutalizing.
oh
That's
yeah,
also-
that's beyond sportsmanship.
I can see
There
where
will
that's
be-
an issue
Yeah.
of sportsmanship.
There will be heavy penalties. But on top of that, like
They'll be
systems-
heavy. There'll be removal from the league. Is where I plan to start. That's the baseline. Like if you're gonna abuse something that we've sat here continuously, like the Master of Cruelties, like we're banning that card not because it's overpowered,
Just
because
because
this
it's
is
a feel bad.
casual,
It's
yeah,
a feel
right.
bad.
Farming 15 points in a bingo card. That's to me far worse than Master of Cruelties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
Blade one-shotting people in Master Cruelties isn't great, but those are the cards that are accessible to him, so I'm okay with him doing it. And now we evaluate and we move on. The
Right.
farming of bingo
That
is
sucks.
not the same thing.
No.
It's not the
So
same thing.
let's go over shit to like counter or sorry stuff to counter that.
The first thing
Like-
is we nerfed the points on it.
Well, we did. We brought it down to 1, so that's good. But now, out of a maximum card, you can only achieve 12.
Bryce
5
says
by 5
Bryce
by
says
2.
limit to 1 bingo.
So that was another thing that I was going to bring up. Do we do everyone getting 1 card? Your card's done at 1 bingo.
No, I don't think, because then you would just leave it at 3 points for the bingo if you could only get 1 throughout the night, right? And that kind of takes away from it because I think a lot of things people did like about bingo is that it was a cool side game you could play throughout the whole night,
Right.
right? If you just ended that 1 bingo and somebody gets it by turn 4 of their first game, it kind of goes away.
I don't know
At
if
the
we've
same
had this
time,
conversation.
we are going to have Adam available to watch and see if there's shenanigans.
Jeez.
afoot.
Well, I want people to report it.
Right.
Yeah.
I want
That
people
too,
to
but
report
I'm
it.
saying you're going to be there. Like the
People now know how strongly I feel about it, and I consider everybody that comes to the store my friend. So do me the solid and maintain the integrity of my store and the league for all of us who play. That's all. Let's try and keep this gentleman-like.
Another.
We've gotten a lot of apologies from some people who feel like they may have kind of misconstrued what they were doing with it, and I appreciate that too. So we've covered it. I've made my statement on it. I think we just move on. And I don't think we're going to have any more issues with bingo.
I mean, that was.
How often are we planning on doing bingo? Is this just going to be like
It's
It's
a
going to be
just
once
one
this
eye.
league, and then if
Just
it goes
once this
smooth,
league.
which I'm expecting it to for the most part, and then maybe it just pops up every league, every
Is it
other
just gonna be
league.
like a random week in the league? Or
It's always going to be somewhere not near the end.
3 or 4, right? Okay.
Third, fourth, in an 8-week league, maybe it's fifth,
Just
sixth.
to see if that can kind of boost.
I kind of
everybody.
like the
Okay,
idea of
that's interesting.
bingos being attached to the table, like not taped, of course, but like attached to the table. Like
Could
you're
be
going,
taped.
you're going through. Like we're on table 2, and we've got 3 spots. You know what I mean? So first person on the table to finish those other 2 spots yoinks the card and gets the point.
How about the bingo cards never move?
That's leave them on the table.
Somebody did say that.
Yeah, because with me not playing, there's really no need for assigned seating.
Right.
Like Adam's at a certain table.
Right.
So, and there's 3 tables that are going to be up front, so I can move Brandon around to each of the 3 throughout the night. All right, Brandon, you're at 1, then you're at 2, then you're at 3. To keep Brandon on a different table all throughout the night, to keep him up front. And then, so when you get to the table,
There's some that are already.
there's already spots marked that you don't even know are marked. And now it's your job just to...
Bryce says it's the pod is working as a team to earn the bingos. Is his suggestion?
Well, I think at the same time you'd be working against somebody else to get that bingo makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because if you work as a team, then everybody's just
Everyone
all
better.
you're
That
doing
would
is-
that would lead to collusion. Actually, now that I think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, there would be a lot of
I
collusion
think
there.
I think you attempting to get to, like, say one of the things was get 10 or more of your tribal type on board, right? If you're the first one, if you marked that spot and that fills in a line, that's your point. Or if it fills
Right.
in
So when the
2
next
lines,
person
that's
comes to the
2 points
table,
for you.
the next person comes to the table, he obviously can't get that bingo because that line's there.
Right.
But maybe since 2 of those spots are, you know what I mean? And now
Right.
maybe that bingo becomes easier.
Right.
Because there's 2 spots marked on that card already. So that's something we can juggle around. What's the chat think about making the bingo cards not move and just the people move?
I personally like that.
Because with 32 people, the randomness of you sitting at the same spot twice.
So 4 cards a table, and then it just
the people move, the
Yeah.
cards don't move. So then you go to the table and you get to see where you're at. And it's also, it feels bad. Like, imagine if you got 3 of the 4 or 4 of the 5.
Someone full swings and kills you? No, not a chance. That's the next guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? That adds another level of intrigue, I think.
I think so,
So-
too. I like that.
Stationary cards, but not everybody benefits. Just the guy who marks
Correct.
the final spot.
Just
Correct.
the
Yeah, the person that comes to the table next or that was previously there gets nothing. I agree. I like that. What's the consensus in the chat?
We can poll it in the Magic chat too, right?
Yeah, we could
Who
do
is,
that.
who? I don't know. Oh, that's Morgan.
Awoken
That's
is,
Gary.
Awoken
Dream,
is...
Dremel. That's
That's Mike.
Mike.
Immortal is Mike. I like that.
I
We can get out of the
personally,
damn
I
back
personally
room.
really like the...
That was Bryce agreeing with Eric on the collusion point. Gary says he'd be down to try it. Morgan says it'd be pretty great. Evan, of course, says I'd rather have my own card.
I mean,
I get what he's
I
saying
don't-
by
I don't
having your own
dislike
card
having your own
because
card.
you're making your own progress. But
at
like
the
it's
same
hard
time,
to collude
I don't think new
when you
cards-
don't know what your card is round
that's
and
the thing.
round.
That's how you get around the collusion.
Yeah,
right?
to an extent.
I'm seeing a bunch of new cards for each pod, but I think that'd be almost impossible to get. Any
That's a
points.
lot.
Oh, you're saying like erase the whole thing? You could turn it into a dry
Not even,
erase
I think
thing
you
and then
just-
erase it.
They
every
want them
pod.
dealt out each round. I
So we show up with 96 bingo cards.
Or is
I don't-
32 laminated?
Call the bingo palace.
Cousin Tyler.
Where is colored cousin Tyler? Is he not on?
Colored cousin Tyler. Holy hell!
He is colored.
I don't think you can call him that.
Where is he?
I don't think that's allowed.
Kitten says he'd be up to try stationary bingo cards.
I personally think stationary would be best.
If it's a 1 week thing
I-
with previous events being mostly ratified, why not try with our own card again? We're just trying to or pull over.
Did you
Just
say pull
try.
over?
No, he said a card.
Oh,
again.
there he is.
Yeah, there he is.
There he is. I just texted him and asked him where he is.
Cousin
not printing
Tyler
that
isn't
many.
gonna print that many. No, but could you laminate 32?
So we're down to stationary versus.
Well, no, not 32. You'd
One
only
for
have
the
to
whole
laminate. You'd only have to laminate 8, and then they get randomized each week.
It's not so much that we're like, yes,
I think
things have
that's
been
the better
ratified,
way. I
but
think
on
that's
top
the
of that,
better
there are just other ways that we could run it,
Oh,
and this
yeah.
is still in
But
early,
we
like
haven't for the
early
league.
tests for it. Like it's not dead set on, because eventually we could just run a league with it. We could just use it as our final league thing that's specific for the store.
Tell them we'll get a bingo ball machine.
Yeah.
And when it's your upkeep, you come over and you get a ball. And then you mark it on your card. We don't even need any of this magic stuff. We'll just play bingo and magic at the same time.
He did have Shane.
3 weeks.
My turn. Draw
Have
step.
Shane up.
Give me a
Have
card.
Shane up. Draw step.
Good grief.
Swamp pass.
Oh, you can laminate. Perfect.
Yeah, Cousin Tyler can definitely laminate. Cousin Tyler, I know that you're not going to like the sounds of this, but we now need a table 8 made. I only have tables 1 through 7 made for tabletop signs.
A Powerball game.
And I know
We
Tyler's probably not going to be back to work for a few more weeks, so
Yeah.
probably before we get
Yeah.
to
We'll have to have
before
Eric.
he's back to work.
We'll have to have Eric artsy it up, or we can have Mike print
I
it.
can just print something, yeah.
You can send it to Mike, and he'll print it.
I think it'd be cool to laminate those, honestly.
Those.
It would be a really
Table
good idea to
cards?
laminate those, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone who knows how to start a poll, maybe we do.
Cousin
a poll
Tyler-
for
Cousin
stationary
Tyler,
versus
You need to be an admin.
He
in that
printed
job.
them on some really good like cardboard stock.
Yeah.
So I think they've got some longevity to them, and I'm storing them in a pretty safe spot where they're not getting banged into.
Noah also has the ability to make, print, and laminate. Oh,
Yeah,
Tyler's gonna be back in time.
Noah's right next door to
Oh, he's back
UPS.
before.
Right here, yeah. No, he's right down the road here.
No, but Noah
Oh,
works
yeah.
He's over there
right
all
next
the
door to
time,
UPS.
He's over there
Yeah.
all the time.
He
Yeah.
could walk over there and. I mean, he might have the ability to do it somewhere else, but just from what I know, UPS store can print anything. That's a really nice setup they have in there. So you still only need 1 a person.
How's about a new card each pod, and the cards stay in those pods? So still only need 1 person. I don't know. I mean,
So far,
I
think stationary is the best.
Apparently,
idea
Mike
so
ordered
far.
pizza.
The fuck?
Good
Pizza,
flex.
pizza dude's got 30 seconds.
Oh.
That movie is like my favorite movie of all time.
He's the 5th Ninja Turtle.
Those animated movies back in the 90s, they were so bad but so good. The first one was really good.
I like either running default with 1 point, of course. No matter what, I feel like this is 1
Well,
point.
bingos are going to be 1 point.
Yeah. Default with 1 point.
Well, if you do stationary, you could make it 3 points.
The station at.
No.
Because
Because so here's the biggest issue, not even so much the farming, is I didn't like that the last week just seemed to matter so much more than the previous weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So like I built up a big lead. Cousin Tyler, he had a good lead. Gary was at the top most of the time. Shane was at the top most of the time. I don't remember now where they ultimately finished. But like
Shane had a three-way tie.
Getting
but he had held the spot.
Getting
the longest.
15 points, 20 points.
Yeah.
That's just too much in a 1 week at the very end.
Well, what I'm saying for the stationary, it's not like you're going to be getting that 15 points, 20
I
points.
feel like if the
It's gonna
cards
be
are
a lot
staying on
I
the
won't
table,
lie to you, I made that same argument the first time around.
Yeah, Eric was like, not many people.
Because, like, if it's-
Nobody's going to get more than 2 bingos. Or what was your
if it's
statement?
stationary,
2 or
and we're
3.
looking
Yeah.
out- if it's stationary and we're looking out for collusion, it really doesn't matter what card they're getting onto. If the wrong people get on the pod and they're just like, "Yo, let's grind points," it doesn't matter what cards stayed left, right,
Well, I'm
whatever.
saying stationary and there wouldn't be as much collusion because you're trying to get those points yourself,
We could do something where like getting an active bingo shuts off the other bingo cards. Like first one to get a bingo turns off the cards for the pod. But
If you keep it at 1 point, then there's no point
Yeah.
in doing that.
no, I like the old way. I kind of like the like group. If you finish it, you claim it. I mean, I'd be down to try stationary, but I just don't. I don't know. If I had 3 of them primed up, my focus is gonna be down here. It's a random chance that you get that card, of course, but
Right.
I mean, that's...
But then we have to assign specific seating, not just pot.
yeah, and that's gonna be
Right.
good luck.
Right? So then every
so,
seat
he's
is going to
doing
need
it.
a number. Right? Every seat is going to need
No.
a number from 1 to 32.
Excuse me for
Because
a
if I'm at pod 3 and I'm the first person that gets to my table and I look at the 4 bingo cards, yeah, I'm sitting there.
Oh, I was saying a single stationary bingo
My
card.
job is to get the list to Tyler and then do it on the night meeting.
Oh, you were thinking
I
one
would
bingo
say-
card in the
one
middle of the
single-
table,
one single
and whoever
stationary.
gets them, gets them?
Yeah, I like that. That is my favorite idea, so by far,
Like
because
the
that
bounty
is...
system, like they take the card if they get a bingo.
No.
No.
The bingo, the thing stays at the table
Yeah,
all
one
night,
card.
but when you get to it,
I personally think
the whole
that's-
table is trying to get the bingos that are on it.
Yeah.
So
I
you're
think
actually competing against your table.
That's
Yeah.
what I think personally.
try
is
and
best
get
way
the
to run it.
bingo.
That's kind of what I was aiming. Yeah, that's what I liked.
Do we?
Like,
I was thinking that all 4 people at the pod would each get a bingo card, but it wouldn't leave with them, and then round 2 would come up,
Oh, that
and then
is
they
good.
would get one of the 4 cards that were there.
Steph messaged the chat suggesting some of the stuff. I like the cast a board wipe to some degree, as long as it's like, as long as there's a certain number of permanents that get destroyed off of it.
What's that now?
One of the bingo card ideas she had was cast a board wipe that that gets rid of.
X amount of things.
That's what I think would be if it
Seems
gets
like a
rid of.
fine bingo spot.
That's an interesting one.
They don't all have to be super light. Those are. I saw the 3
Well,
there. I don't know if there's
board-
more to it, but those were nice ones.
Cast a board wipe is good, but I think you have to add the stipulation of getting rid of X number.
Yeah,
of
it needs to
permanents.
be a little tougher than just cast.
Yeah.
because you're gonna want to cast
You're
it
go-
anyway.
Somebody's gonna cast a board wipe. It's guaranteed. Miles is in the league.
that means 47 counter spells are gonna get cast
Yeah.
too,
And a board wipe.
Or
and a board wipe.
or for counter a spell that's X CMC or higher or X CMC or lower, because that gives you 2 separate spots that you can set up. There's Hunter.
As I say, your dogs don't like the sirens, but no, it's Hunter.
Hunters don't like sirens.
Oh, cast 5 creatures in 1 turn would be a good one, or something like that, or 3 creatures.
Cast 5 creatures in 1 turn would be a tough one, yeah.
But it'd be a good one.
Be a good one for goblins and elves for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, some
Some
tribes are gonna get
some are gonna
favoritism.
boost past that.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
absolutely. Or cast a spell that's
Or-
7 or more mana.
Or even
Plenty
I
of goofy
think
things.
you could even get rid of the cast idea, because if you can just get it on the battlefield,
right.
as long as it's a non-token.
Right. So you guys wanna? I like what Mark says. The simpler, the better.
Yeah. I kind of like that
Simpler
where,
is nice to
like,
some degree.
if you've done 4 of them or whatever, I can come in and take it, and that's my bingo now.
Yeah, I think that's. I think that's the way to go.
But that
Now,
was-
I haven't been
that
following
was
the
why-
chat. What other questions do we have about other random things that aren't necessarily bingo all the way to the top?
Hasn't super hit it. So, we were at.
But that was why I
Cousin Tyler
was suggesting
talking
that
about laminating.
a bingo could give you 3 points. Is it if it was 1 for the whole table?
and you were trying to compete against the other people, not just in Magic, but in
competing for the
bingo
free
in
points,
general.
Then maybe it'll be different.
I think we just stick to 1 point for bingo for now.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, just because of how many issues we had
If
initially.
you do that, you're gonna have multiple people filling out spots. I think you'll get more bingos overall in the long run. So I think the one's better than the
Oh, that's true too.
And we're gonna need different colored dappers. You're gonna need so many expo markers.
Just make people
Looking
write
for
their
actual bingo
people write their
spots.
initials.
I would say it all the way back to the beginning of this chat.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole ton.
Did anybody have any questions in the beginning or in the middle of this stream that didn't get answered?
Tyler just asked.
Not just bingo, just in general.
No, he just asked, does Commander count as one of the 32 creatures of the tribe?
It does not.
No,
No,
it doesn't.
sir.
It's 32 in the deck,
Not
and then your
today.
commander doesn't even have to be a member of the tribe. That's why it doesn't count.
Blade asked if he missed anything important. I know you had something specific for Blade and Dylan.
Blade and Dylan. For simplicity's sake, for the store, we're requiring players with subs to pay the league in full on the first week. So it's $50 US, 65 Canadian.
Just to make it easier.
Just to make it easier,
doesn't
so
have
I'm
to
not
chase
chasing
you.
people down at the beginning of round 2. Hey, Adam, did you get his buy-in? Did you not? I know that sounds like a little minuscule thing, but it's a thing that I don't want to miss and have to go back and look at cameras and credit card machine later to see if I actually got it or not.
Still makes it easier.
So I think Dylan paid it in full anyway last league, so I don't think it'll be an issue for him. And so yeah, this is the one thing I had for the
He
two
said
of them.
for sure already.
Yeah. And that just goes forward. So any league that, maybe Eric gets in a league where he's stuck at work till 6 for some odd reason for the whole next league and he needs a sub.
You're stuck at work
Yeah.
till 6 on a Monday. I'd be
Yeah.
It'll happen in one league.
just
that will.
just
With
for
6
an
tables.
example. So anybody who needs a sub, I would appreciate it just being paid in full. There's no discount to pay in full, like I said earlier. Just if you want to get it out of the way, it's $50, or it's going to be $50 over the long haul. 15,77777.
New to League and pretty much new to Magic, but do we have to prove our creature count, or is it just an honor system?
It's an honor system, and I may randomly just check my cousin's decks. So there's that.
It's an honor system until you give us something.
Being my cousin is
to think
mostly detrimental in the store.
Yeah.
When you only have 3 creatures of the type that show up in 5 pods, we might start looking at
Might look
things.
at your deck.
3 of the same creature.
Yeah,
You
might.
can,
Especially if they're illusions.
if anyone wants to, just to keep it safe, you can always send deck lists to me. I know Evan enjoys deck lists too,
I'm
so
fully down.
yeah.
I do not. Do not send me deck lists.
No, do not.
One of my pet peeves at the store is when people are like, "Hey, do you want to look at my deck and tell me if it's good?" It's bad. I don't need it. So
I just sent him his own Calamax list. He didn't check.
it's bad.
If anyone wants to commit time to make their own list and send it off to someone, me or Evan is the easiest, just because that's what we ran last league. Chris, Eric, they're both also options.
It's a casual league. We're hoping,
But
that
even
this
then-
can just be fine. But yeah, I may randomly just come up to a pod that just finished. Like, hey, let me look at your deck, and then I may not even say why I'm looking at your deck, and you might be like, "Oh, Adam's interested in my deck." Yeah, I'm interested in the 32 creatures that are in it.
I don't. This is just mainly for Blade or anyone else that joined in late. Master of Cruelties is full band now.
For Blade.
Good one for Blade to know.
It's a good one for Blade to know, yeah.
Oh yeah, Blade. Yeah. Master Cruelties died. It lost in the vote.
Well, important
6-2. I think it lost the vote 6-2.
Yeah. Reiterating our attendance, you get 1 attendance point per game that you play a night.
This is the same thing that we addressed about 4 weeks ago.
Yep.
We have not changed the attendance from when we changed it 4 weeks ago and made the big announcement. It's the same as it was then. We're just
Trying
covering
to
it
make sure.
again. The conceding is just a firm
Without pod approval.
without
you
pod
could
approval.
take
If the
bonus-
pod is still full and you just concede anyway, it's -1. Once you're down to 3 players, you don't need anybody's permission. But if we find that you did it in a way that is very scumming,
Salty, overly salty.
overly salty, I guess, it could be still a -1, but we'll review those on a case-by-case instance at the time it happens. Please do not text Brandon in a group chat or text me directly at 11:30 or at 11 or at 10
If we've left,
with an issue. Yeah, once I leave the store,
yeah, it's dead.
it's like you gotta approach me. I'm not playing in the league, so just approach me while it's going, or if you were more comfortable just texting, "Hey Adam, you should come look at our pod." Certainly we'll do that.
Leaving is agreeing to the pods for the night.
Yeah. When I leave at that time, that's it. Like call it good. I get a lot of feedback from Brandon that he's got a private chat. A lot of the grievances seem to get aired in a chat of his that has no affiliation to the store. It's literally much easier just to come to me.
Yeah.
Right. Like, because then Brandon comes to me, and then we intentionally misinterpret what you said in the chat just for the memes, and then we decide what we're going to do about it.
Steph's making paragraphs of these
Oh, she got
bingos,
some
dude.
ideas?
She's doing work.
Perfect.
I love
Perfect.
this.
We like a workhorse.
All right, so before
Use
we
it,
go
children.
into all the other bingo stuff, Noah, he wants to know where the overall list is going to be. Facebook just updated. We now can put pinned messages in the chat. So after this, we'll be putting the the updated ban list with Master of
I already
Cruelties on
pinned.
it.
Oh yeah. It's pinned without that, but I did
Yeah.
learn that you could do that, and that's
Yeah.
so terrific.
It's pinned in our the committee chat, but we'll actually post it to the Magic store one.
Oh, I didn't pin
Pin
it in there.
I don't think so.
It's just
I can
pinned in the
double check.
committee.
Could have gotten buried for all we know.
Yeah.
But if
It's
it's
pinned.
pinned,
How did it get buried?
I mean, the pinning would have gotten buried.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. They also Facebook
yeah.
just came out with rooms.
Yeah.
Facebook rooms, so we may ultimately go away from the chats. I haven't tried a room out yet.
You want to get in a room with us?
I don't think it's called a room. What is it called?
I have.
There's something that comes up for the store
Check us out on Meta.
that does something anyway. Hey, and if you weren't here, RC Cars.
Yep.
RC Cars.
RC cars.
Brought to you by
So
RC Cola.
there's 18 people in here. Some of you may not have been in here, but
No, it
we're
says
bringing
it's
in
called
about a
Discord.
dozen or so high-end RC cars. They are mostly going to be up front. They're going to take the spot where when you first come up the stairs on that little display where you see all the commander decks. Those are getting moved. We're actually cutting the D&D stuff in half or more. So we're going to put more shelves in over by where I walk around to get behind my counter. We're going to put all the commander decks and that kind of stuff over there on the shelf. And we're going to fill that rack with all kinds of different high-end RC cars, ranging from, I think, $89.99 up to $400. So if that's your jam or you just want to check them out, that's about a couple weeks out. It may even be done before league starts. So if you're looking for commander decks.
They passed a brisk in front of the camera. Cousin Tyler goes,
Hey! This is a pure league stream. Can't drink that dollar can
So-
soda stuff.
Oh,
We're
that's
pretty much all
delicious.
caught up on all the stuff that we went over for important things. If there's any questions, any misunderstandings, something we said didn't make sense, this is your chance to say it.
You want to run that in the chat, Chris or Eric? Just at everyone in the chat and be like, hey, if you have questions about the league or anything, get into the stream and get it asked. Or in the store in general, or anything.
Because we're gonna,
Get in the chat.
if we don't have any more questions, then we're gonna start this bingo stuff, and I'm gonna start writing down every idea and whatnot.
I don't really think we need to do that over the stream, though.
It's just a cool idea for everyone to, we could
Get
just
in there.
post it in chat and let everyone
But,
go
I
wild
mean,
with
she's
it.
not sending him to us on
No,
the stream.
she needs to send them over. Doot.
I'm gonna say is if you have bingo ideas that you don't have right now, send them to me directly, please. Because that chat, they'll get buried and they'll get lost. I'm in that chat. Anyone can find me.
You
on
want to
Facebook.
post the stream link in there, too?
Was working on it.
Beautiful. You're the man. That's why you're on the 2s and 3s, and Eric's on the 7s and 8s.
I don't know what that means.
Because it's however many fingers you have.
Numerically. So we start at the top, 1. So then he's on the 2s and 3s. Hunter and his girlfriend are on the 4 and 5, probably the 6 and the 9.
It's like,
And then you're the 7 and the 8.
It's like 3.5 and
I
4.
can't believe he's in between. Can't believe he's in between Hunter and his woman.
Yeah, you are there. Live that dream for
While they're in
me.
the 6 and 9.
So we keep our chat at 16 viewers. Is Eric. That's the whole.
Show Eric. We're not really in rotation mode. Oh, I'm getting rotated to. Hi.
Yeah, the tablet doesn't rotate nearly as well as the tripod.
And nowhere
phone.
near as smooth.
I don't know, that might have been pretty smooth. We're
It was
gonna see
okay.
it happen now.
It was okay.
Yeah, we are gonna have
There it is.
It wasn't his best work.
I mean,
that brisk can. You
these-
can't have that.
It's a shoddy equipment.
these hands don't
See
do
what I've had
much.
on
You
screen?
gets rated R.
Yeah.
It is rated R.
Yeah, but look at mine.
Yeah.
Mine's there. Come on, they know Pepsi. Swing it more. It's got to go more towards Brandon.
More towards
The
the
tablet.
You
A
don't
lot
lose
of
your
space.
sponsor off the side.
Or I'll move it. I'll get-
Get both sponsors in.
Absolutely. It's also sponsored by Apple products, in case you were curious.
Yep.
Right.
Lots of iPhones and iPads.
Put on some lotion, damn.
Jeez, getting
Oh.
serious. Okay, so I gotta bring this up. Cousin Tyler, since the Christmas party, all he's done is ask me when the next Christmas party's gonna be. And
Probably
I
around
have a guess.
Christmas.
yeah. So he wanted to do a New Year's Eve party, and I didn't want to do that because it was so close.
It's not something we'd be able to.
Well, yeah, because you guys are probably
Yeah.
it's a blackout date for
We're
you
If you
the
did
guys.
casino
something
boys
like
and then we
Sunday
work
night
the
into
next
Monday, maybe.
But
Well, I think that's what I was thinking is a magic New Year's party sometime at the latter end of January. That would be a Sunday night into Monday.
And then Tribal League Monday night.
And then we'd still have Tribal League the next night. And that would be at my house. The Christmas party would be at my house.
Frank the Tank, Frank the Tank.
So that's Tyler's been pretty hard up. Apparently, Tyler had a good time at the Christmas party.
Yeah.
So he's been trying to get me to get something more magic oriented so we can invite more of the magic crowd because we were really limited on how many magic players I can invite because of the Warhammer guys, the Yu-Gi-Oh
that's
guys.
it. League is just at Adam's house.
Yeah, Lee, just apparently it was a good time.
You'll fit 32 people in there, no problem.
We had 36 total for the Christmas party between my kids and
And there was plenty of room.
yeah, there was plenty of room. Yeah,
I was gonna say, yeah, if we do it later in the month, Tyler will be up and walking around, hopefully. Knock on wood.
yeah. So if that's
they
something
have the
that there's enough
technology?
people
Do they
want to
build?
do, I would do a party and these kind of parties, you know, we have some drinking, we have some music.
I don't remember anybody drinking.
No? Is Mike still on this chat?
Yeah.
He's just got to get the training.
Gotta get to training. So look out for invites to that. We'll probably do
It's a
it.
Rocky 4 montage.
So we're playing beer pong.
Did he actually play beer pong?
Oh, he
Yeah.
threw a ball
He played.
at a cup.
I played a lot of
House
pool.
rules.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta show you. I ordered a really nice set of pool balls. I don't know if that's your jam or not, but
I
I'm a big pool player.
love pool.
So Michelle ordered me a set for Christmas. It didn't come in yet, but it's gorgeous.
Played one-legged pool.
Those are awesome.
Yeah. These are the pool balls that Michelle ordered me.
Oh, nice balls.
Thanks, bud. We'll get them on the
Oh, those
camera.
are actually really pretty. That's cool.
Is that coming up? Well, it's gonna be a few
Might need
minutes.
to hand
Yeah,
it to
it
Chris.
takes a second. I think it's working, but you guys are getting washed with them.
All
There you
right.
go.
Well,
Now
that's
you're
all
back.
right. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm way too high on the.
What?
Well, they're
That was
kind of on there. Anyway,
That's
so we
good.
got new balls. New balls are nice. She bought me a very nice pool stick.
Might be a boy with a finger by then.
Yep. So we'll be able to play some pool. Let's see if George shows up with that $2,000 pool stick that he opted not to use. Yeah, apparently George's pool stick is $2,000.
He was the only one that didn't play pool.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
And he's
Did
the
we
only
want to
one
do
that brought
bingo
pool
ideas
stick.
on here, just goofing off and such, or did we want to do it?
If anybody in the chat wants to throw some bingo ideas in the chat, like just what you
Right
want
in the
on
live
squares,
chat.
throw it in the chat, and then we'll make sure to dig them all out and throw them.
I think Chris is set up to just write them down as we go.
Yeah.
I'm saying, I'm sure
That's
he's
what we're
writing some
doing.
down.
I have stuff. I have room to, but yeah, I'm just gonna
Well,
say last call.
Yeah, he has. He has. And he has all the ones that
Food
Steph
ideas.
has been throwing in.
The same shit you brought to Christmas.
Depends who it is.
Oh my
That's the
god,
food
yes,
ideas.
Tyler.
Stuffed peppers.
Yeah.
Right, that's not even. That's
Is
not.
that what
Last
he
time
brought?
I argued with a
He brought.
woman.
He brought like there were these.
There was so much good food there.
Yeah, there was.
There was, and I know Linger's not watching this chat, but you can't bring Indian hash to my party and then take it home.
What?
Right? That's like the one thing you have to leave for me at the end. Like,
I'm good. on
I'm dating a
mushrooms.
white girl. Like, Indian hash is not a thing I get. Like, you can't be taking it home with you.
I'll
No,
try-
yeah, Tyler made these like red peppers with like cream cheese and bacon and everything bagel seasoning on top.
So fun.
All right, so
Mike said he'd attempt the peppers. Well, whichever. We'll do another party at my house soon. That'll just be for Magic players. We'll invite the majority of Magic players that come to the store that are of age or close.
Not Chris, of course.
Except for Chris.
Yeah.
Can't wear that sweater.
My
Not
hands
of
are
age.
shite.
Especially if it's January.
No, this sweater gets worn till the end of
next year.
no, till the end of snow.
Fair enough.
The second it's too warm to wear a sweater.
Fair enough.
All the time.
All right, last call on bingo. Last call on any questions about league. For those in the chat,
Bring the Alfredo.
I'll bring the Alfredo.
It's not new Alfredo. It's the Alfredo.
It's
from
the Alfredo
last
that's in the
time.
freezer. Yeah. Yep. That'd be good. Honestly, Bryce, I just want you to show up for the 6 weeks of league. You can skip all the parties at my house. Just be at the league. We really need you because we really need everybody. 32. We don't like having 3-man pods. I know shit comes up, but let's buckle down. 32 players. It's gonna be a new record for the store.
Right?
I mean, other than grand opening weekend when we were running Pokemon, we were running all the events. We had the place bumper to bumper, but that was with all the games.
We're going to need a bigger venue.
This will single-handedly be the biggest Magic event, and it's a league
In Malone.
in Malone. Well, yeah.
Do you know what your capacity is?
Like
The
Bill-
fire department says 30.
Okay.
The
So
fire
we won't
department.
tell the fire department.
Yeah, nobody tell the fire department.
We
I
might-
think it's 30. I don't know for sure, but I think that's what it is.
It's about to be 33.
Commander League might be at my house actually. Going after this one, if it continues to grow, in springtime we'll have tables out in the garage.
Craig,
Do you guys want a yard pod or a garage pod?
Where do you?
you're going to have to rent a gymnasium.
Do you want a slight breeze, or are you good with just
I'm on the pool table.
Yes. Swing for lethal on the patio.
No, it says if he gets last in every pod week 1, he's calling 911.
Who is?
Noah.
I'm gonna actually have
Because you
to.
said don't tell the fire department.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, he gets last in every
See,
patio.
I got terrible cousins, right? This is why I shit on them at the store. I'm literally gonna put him, George, and Tyler together every pod every week. There's gonna be the 3 of them at a random every week.
And a step cousin.
Gary remembers we used to play in that garage
Yeah.
years ago. Gary remembers. Yep.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
And Tyler
Yeah,
will supply all the food. And it'll be great.
There was a lot of good food though at that
There
party.
really was, yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I was surprised, and I didn't eat much of it. But like, there were no. I mean, there's hard to be qualms at a party that was free to drink at, free to eat at.
Right.
But like,
Those fucking stuffed peppers.
I never got one.
Still dreaming about them.
I never got one.
You live
Did you eat
inside.
the Indian hash?
Yeah, I love hash.
Oh
I
man,
love hash.
so good, so good.
I tried some of everything.
I tried some of just about everything that was there. When I'd already tried Evan and Zoe's dish here. I don't like hot, so it was not a good. Yeah, it was there.
So I
You
didn't
could
get it.
you could
there
have.
was
She
some-
ripped the lid off of it, and it was like one down.
There was a
No,
whole
no, there
one-
was
a
some
whole
left.
one left.
There was 2 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, there was one left, and I think I was surprised because I heard her say, "Oh, good, I get to take this home," and then Evan was like, "Great." I was surprised that there was some of that left because it got devoured here.
That shit was good. The
Yeah.
first one got devoured.
So that's probably what we'll do. Magic Party, do the same kind of thing. Everybody bring a dish. We'll make a night of it one of these nights, probably sometime in late January, maybe even early February, depending.
Valentine's Day?
Who knows? Valentine's Day. It could be the week after Commander League ends, too. Probably wouldn't be a terrible
league
idea.
celebration.
Yeah.
That'd be actually
Did
kinda
anybody
neat.
find Monday night to not work for them?
It worked.
I mean, for some people it didn't probably work, but
Right. It worked for us. All of tables boys.
All
Yeah,
casino.
But
all
that
the
could change.
casino
That
boys.
could change at some point for us.
Yeah.
It's better to do it now than over the summer because they're gonna other stuff.
all right. Brandon's making a list of.
I just found a few of them that Steph actually shot to our.
Hey, there's
messages.
Anthony. I haven't seen Anthony chat in here at all.
He
Oh,
was
very
he was
early
way
on.
up higher. Yeah,
What did he say? Who had hash? Is that Mike?
yeah. That's Mike bitching about not getting hash.
Yeah, Linger and Chantel brought it. Is that her name, Chantel?
Yep, that is.
Hope I didn't biff it. I've known her for a couple of years now.
Randy said it doesn't work. It didn't work for her because we didn't have a sitter.
Who said that?
Oh,
Tyler.
yeah, because Tyler.
That's because you had to have your own babysitter.
Yeah, it's true. He did. He brought Pat. Pat Tyler, why didn't Pat try and sign up for the league, the tribal league?
Oh, he told me why. I don't remember why.
Pat told you why, or Tyler told you why?
Pat.
Yes.
I don't remember.
He said I did. Maybe he told me, and I don't remember. Maybe it's a personal thing that he doesn't want to air, which is respectable.
He hates people with blonde hair.
That's better than red people.
Jesus.
Wow.
No, I was saying it's better than hating red
He
people.
said it. He said it.
Pat has a curfew, he says.
Curfew. So and Tyler had a curfew because of the curfew, I think.
Yeah.
I think Tyler had to leave early at the party because of that.
Yeah.
What's that noise? Fort is under attack. They've heard some of my vulgar statements and they're coming for me.
The
the
Canadians
fire
are coming. The Canadians are coming.
The fire department heard about the 33 people in the building.
They're coming to kick down the door. They're like, "Ah!"
Got mutual aid from everywhere going
Yeah.
to my store to
like
find
that-
those 33
It's like
people.
that swap meme. Like,
We're just gonna have someone at the window at all times. Be like,
All right, it's 9:04. We've been on an hour. I think that's our limit.
it's the fire.
Nothing else going on.
Nope, he's got the bingo stuff. So Brandon will do that. We'll obviously review. We'll do when we do our weekly recaps of league, or maybe even next week, because we are going to come back next week just to do more BSing around. So maybe we'll review all the potential things that are going to be on a bingo card next week, since we're not going to really have anything else to cover.
yeah.
Another
Meantime,
filthy plug.
excitement.
Dominaria Remastered is like 2.5 weeks away. The collector boxes were super heavily allocated. I don't even know how many of those I'm getting. But if you're interested in anything Dominaria Remastered, definitely message me. Let me know
This
because
is the one with the reprints of tutors, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
the Force of Will and yeah, it's going to be a good one. Like I said, the collector boosters.
Tutor reprint.
I haven't looked on TCG Player to see how bad those are right now. They could be pretty bad, and they may only go up. For those of you who are around for Time Spiral Remastered, that set was here today, gone tomorrow, and they never reprinted it. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen here, but it is the same style of set, so it could be. Right now, draft boosters, looks like I'm going to have plenty of those. There are no set boosters. And then collector boosters, I don't even know what the prices are, but will be close to what they are online, I'm sure. So, if you're interested in any of those, definitely shoot me a message. Doesn't have to be today, just whenever. Let me know that you want them, because I haven't really advertised them at all. But RC cars, Brandon.
Yeah.
Who's old man Mike?
Oh, that's Mike Narochi.
This is always fun to watch, even if I don't play.
Mike, you should play. Fire department, 32, 33, 30. It's all the same once you're above
I was
30.
gonna say we're just gonna watch and like if anyone starts coming, we just pick up a
Throw-
ceiling part there and
No,
we
you just lock
stuff
6
Zoe
people
and
in
Aspen up there.
Just we can get it down to 30 for the visual.
Have a makeshift.
Yeah,
wall
Mike,
next
you
to
should
what's
just
up.
throw together some $100 deck and come join. We've made the leagues very casual.
Oh,
We've banned so many cards and put in so many house rules to just keep things super chill. And
some people have multiple tribal decks. Like,
Yeah.
you could probably just.
you guys remember Mike from the Christmas party?
Yeah.
Yep. Very nice guy, very good guy. He's been playing Magic, if not as long as me, longer than me. He started way back in the Stone Age, like me and George and Buddha. He started way back when. I don't remember when he started exactly. So was Big Will was playing.
choose on Gaia's Cradles.
Yeah. Mike had collections of dual lands for a long, long time. Yep. He was playing back in the day like the rest of us. What is Mike talking about?
Keep that there. They won't come. It's part
Read
of the
the
code.
read
Oh,
the part before it.
haven't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do. I have the on both sides. Yeah,
You're safe then.
I will be safe from the fire. The fire marshals will not come and get me. Yeah, my
DCI number is 4 digits.
they don't even use DCI numbers anymore, Mike. That's how old your card is. Yeah, DCI is gonzo.
Alright.
Scroll up. Yes, so
That's him roasting me.
the Buick that I own that has those stickers in it is George's Dedegoa's car. And when he passed away last year, or maybe early this year, the family decided to sell the car, so I bought it. And since I don't care about having the stickers in the car, they're still in the car. So that is why, and that's my uncle too, by the way, not just George's grandfather. That's also my uncle. So that's why I left him in the car.
Fair enough.
This is the longest
Alrighty,
I've seen
guys.
us keep just all 14 people here.
Yeah.
We were upwards of,
got a lot.
I saw 18. Did you
We,
guys-
we're,
I was gonna
yeah, we're
say.
at 18.
We did good this week.
Anyone have any bingos last second before we
Bingos
wrap
or
things
anything.
up?
Anything aside from my car.
Yep.
any grievances or anything, send them before the league starts. Because we can't look at them if they're sent after.
Correct.
Or any concerns or something.
And grievances during games, make sure they're addressed during games.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not deal with issues post game.
Anthony
No.
still wants to be in the stream.
Anthony still wants to be in the stream.
Well, we're going to be closing it, but if you're really fast,
We will get you in a stream. We're going to have to figure out what we're going to do after I move. After I move.
When you
Wow.
figure out.
When I'm in Moira.
we'll go over there and have a much nicer setting.
We'll do it at the bar.
Yeah.
Do it at the fire.
We'll do it in the fire.
In the fire.
You may as well be anywhere in the living room is essentially in the fire.
Sign that first one to sweat.
First one to sweat. Yeah.
That's before the stream. Like.
No, what we'll have to do, I think before the next league starts,
Fireside chats about
we
MTG.
do a fireside chat and we invite everybody in the league to my house and we do it there in person. And of course have some twisted teas. Right? Yeah, my house is so huge. You can't
And
wait
we'll
to
still
finally
stream
get
it,
it.
and we'll do it off camera, and make sure the drinking is off camera.
Absolutely.
Only tea on camera is brisk or pure.
God. Cousin Tyler, he just wants to come and fireside chats about MTG. Could be a thing. Could be a thing.
Sits here.
That
I
would
would
blow our channel right up. Nobody else you do in fireside chat.
Just you two in
recliners,
recliners.
robes, like maybe a pipe, being like, new Alice Norn.
And you know I got several recliners over there. We'll just be rocking like like the old men at the Muffets, baby.
WTVs.
Stacks pieces. Indubitably.
It's gonna be bad.
That's all it is. It's just babbling for.
That's pretty much what this is.
But it'll be fancy babbling.
We're like, hey, we need to cover these points, but a lot of this is going to be fluff. It's like watching a 1990s wrestling pay-per-view.
Imagine if we made the stripped down version for 6 minutes long.
Yeah. If we edited this and threw it up, we wouldn't even be able to get advertising from YouTube. It'd be so short.
Mike says bubble pipes.
Absolutely. We'll do some wild stuff once we finally get moved in over there. We'll do some cool videos over there. Have the disco lights going while we're sitting at the bar.
If there's not a brisk can set up in the
Photosensitivity
studio,
warning.
I'm not having it.
It'll be a good time. Good time.
Alrighty. Well, we're not seeing much more about bingo, so
Outro.
Or anything.
I don't think anyone has any ideas about it.
All right.
We lost a
So,
few, so
we're down to 11. When is it? It's not this
Ninth.
Monday, it's next Monday.
January 9th.
So we are, 9 days? 10 days?
something like
We're getting close.
12
We're getting
12?
close.
12 days.
Michael Stevens wasn't in our chat tonight. I have to go up to the old general and see if he's there.
I don't know if he's there.
Does he
I
not
don't
work
know.
there anymore either?
I don't know.
Haven't seen him.
No. Huh.
Our boy.
Oh boy, Mike, I haven't heard her hair from him.
Alrighty,
We
guys.
hit the mic
Seems like
limit.
the Audi.
Yeah. Huh?
So we hit the mic limit.
Must be. All right, guys. Well, we'll catch you next week to go over what we've determined to be the, 40 different things Tyler used for the 25 cards?
X amount of bingo things.
Yeah.
I think we had a list of 40.
Yeah. So we'll have 40-ish what the squares are so you guys will know what they all are ahead of time. And we'll go over them and maybe somebody will want to be like, maybe that one should be watered down, maybe that one should be buffed up.
Send them
Right.
if you think of them. Anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime in.
Or write them down and then bring them to the stream.
Yep.
Yep, that's a good option too.
Sounds good to me. All right, guys. Until next time, we'll catch you on the next one.